You are now listening to Fitness is Wealth with Taz. Hi everyone, this is Taz. Fitness is Wealth. I wanted today to talk about robotic movements, but I saw some disturbing stuff on the news today regarding the high schools. And I think this is more important to talk about that. And it pertains to robotic movements and how we're being treated in school today with our young youth. There's not enough PE. There's not enough outside activities. You know, when I was growing up, we had kickball, volleyball, we had PE, we had recess. It's so much stuff that's being computerized. These kids are going nuts. People are going nuts and it's becoming unhealthy. I think if we go back to old school where we go back to PE is important, recess is important, knowing and learning outside activities are one of the best things that we can do for our children. Even ourselves, we need to get outside. We're starting to be robotic in everything that we do and being stuck on the computer, on our cell phones, on everything that's new in technology. We're stuck behind some little phone or some little computer that have us not moving around. We're living like robotics. We're moving like robots. We're starting to talk like robots, if that makes sense to you. I want to say my heart goes out to any children that got hurt. Any children who were afraid. We have to start talking to our kids about safety. We have to start talking to our kids about health. We have to even start talking to our kids about people who are out to hurt them and how to exit. It's a scary thing when you're being called by your school and they're telling you we're on lockdown because there's a gunman on campus. One of the most awful things you can think of, and hoping and praying that it's not your child that's hurt or any other child that's hurt. We have a lot of sick people out here. We have a lot of homeless people out here. And everybody's on a thirst to hurt anybody because they feel that they're being hurt. To kill children while they're trying to learn is the most disrespectful thing a human being can do. To hurt a child is the most disrespectful thing a human being can do. To feel that you're so important to hurt a child, a human being, is the most disrespectful thing anybody can do. I think people have lost their freaking mind when they put a child in harm's way. I think people have lost their freaking mind when they put an adult in harm's way. If you want to hurt somebody, hurt yourself. Don't go out hurting any innocent people because you feel bad about yourself or you feel distraught. Go seek help. Those children hadn't done anything to you. Those children woke up being happy and motivated and ready to learn. You have a lot of things that are going on, just 2 days ago, I heard that Fremont High School, the school I went to, they had a riot. They had an outbreak. They had a fight. Their teachers were scared to go on camera and talk to the news themselves because they were scared. They didn't want to get hurt. The principal's not doing anything for whatever reason. She might be afraid. We're living in a world where everybody is afraid and that you can't discipline certain people for their actions. We're living in a world that cops are ready to aim and set fire because of the color of your skin. These are all robotic movements of strangers who are causing danger for a lot of human beings who just want to live and have a great life. I wonder sometimes if my children are safe, and they're adults now, but still, You always want to know if they're in the best of hands within themselves. They're in the best of situations within themselves. They're in the best environment within themselves. It's a scary moment to think that your days can come by somebody else's ignorance. You want to teach everybody to be safe, to be happy, to be healthy. You never know what anybody is going through. So you always want to treat that same person with the same energy that you have for the other person. I try to say hi to everybody. I try to give as much as I can. My heart goes out for any parent if your child got hurt today. The sad thing about it is that we teach our kids that you have to focus on school and get an education. Now we have to teach our kids, you have to focus on safety. You have to hide if you hear there's danger. You have to make sure you cover yourself. We have to say that now before we take our child to school. We have to be prepared for the worst before it gets better, before we take our child to school. See, if I was to have a kid today, right now, my child will be home studied. For those particular reasons right there. And that's sad to say because when I was going to school, I always wanted to go to school, although I was being bullied. Although people wanted to stab and kill me, I still wanted to go to school. And those were the most dangerous time, in my eyes, in the 80s when you were dealing with gangbangers. I still felt secure going to school. But see, now you got people coming on campus literally shooting at children because they have issues within themselves. Parents, if you have guns at home and your kids give you a sign that they're going crazy or they're having issues, you lock those guns away and you take them away from the house. You don't never give a child your safety code where your guns are at. You don't never let a child know you have any type of weapons like that. Matter of fact, when you get your guns and you tell your children you're gonna give them the safety code, go take them to a psychiatrist first before you give them the safety code to find out if their mental status is okay to handle this situation. You have to teach your kids these guns are not for you to take them to school and shoot somebody because you feel that you're being hurt, violated, or bullied. We have to educate our children about weapons. We have to educate our children about not hurting someone else because they hurt you. We have to educate ourselves as an adults to take responsibility of what our children have done to the other person as well. We have to stop saying, my kid don't do this, my kid don't do that, when you know darn well your kid is the culprit. You have to own it. Then you have to apologize. Then you have to make a difference. We have to understand what those situations mean. Because we have to reteach our kids how to be nice, how to do one to others as they do to you. We have to focus on situations that say, hey, did you do this and why? Are you going to apologize or you feel you don't have to apologize? Then you have to reprimand and punish your child for feeling the way they feel. As parents, we have to own what type of kid we have. Can't be sorry all the time when you see certain signs that your kid is very angry inside and don't care who or she hurts. I say we move in robotic movements because we feel that we're programmed. Kids don't even go outside and play no more. You know, bike sales are at a low. I remember when I was growing up, I had all kind of bikes. Riding bikes with your friends and having a good time. I remember all that. There are kids that don't even want to do that anymore. There are parents that made sports so hard on kids. They don't even want to play sports anymore. Have you ever heard a kid say, I don't even like football, I'm just doing it because of my parents? I don't even like basketball. My dad wants me to play basketball, so I'm going to try to be great at it. It no longer becomes fun. It no longer becomes enjoyable. It becomes a job. And some kids, they rebel. Like, that's not what I want to do. You're not listening to me. You're not hearing what I'm trying to tell you. I would always ask my kids, you want to play sports? It's cool. I don't want to. Okay, it's up to you. I never forced my kids to do anything that they didn't want to do. My kids were nerds. Their favorite thing was going to Barnes and Nobles. All right, I'll drop you off. And buying books. Not little books, but books, 600 pages, and constantly reading those pages. Their enjoyable moment was the movies and books. They love reading. That was their thing. Very educated, but they still did stupid things. They still felt the need that they had to lie to me. They still couldn't share certain things because they thought I didn't understand. And I would ask them, I don't know why you didn't think I didn't understand, because I never forced the issue on you. I just told you, make sure you stay educated. And the minute you feel that you don't want to do that anymore, then I can't hold your hand and I can't protect you if you lie to me, if you deceive me. There's no use for us to even understand each other. See, I always held my kids accountable for their actions. And anytime they act a fool, I was always there. Even though I worked a lot, I was always there. Because see, that my tolerance level for that and disrespect, we're not going to do that. That's not the type of person I'm raising you to be. And I don't want you to be that now. If you teach your kids to respect adults and higher authority, they'll understand what it means by respect. You got a lot of parents who want to be their kids' friends. Where they do that at? You got a lot of parents say, oh, my daughter's my best friend. Like hell, she not. Your daughter or your son is not your best friend. They can never be your best friend until they get older and understand responsibility, bills, car notes, insurance, health insurance. They can never be your best friend until they have a child of their own. My kids were never my best friend. Nor was my kids my friend. I didn't need my kids to be my friend. I needed my kids to stay focused and respect adults and higher authority. I needed my kids to know what responsibility means. I didn't teach my kids to be robotic towards the TV, computer, or cell phone. I taught my kids, let's go out. Let's go to the beach. Let's go out. Let's go read books. It was always outdoorsman activities with my children. It was never, okay, you're going to stand here and just watch the TV and play a video game. Hated video games. I thought that was the waste of space and time for children. It didn't teach them education. It just taught them how to kill and shoot and destroy things. That's the sad part. And a lot of these kids get a lot of this stuff off of these games. They start thinking that this gamer life is them. So let's try it on humans now. It's like a program. I forgot the name of the game that a lot of people are mimicking themselves off of this game. And they buying it. I think you can play it by 7 people across the country. And it's like they're killing people. It's like a war game, and it's programming these kids to go crazy. So I think this is the 2nd shooting now. So somebody gonna make it the 3rd shooting. Let's just hope this is not something people are getting their kicks off of. Don't do this. There are innocent people getting killed. There are a lot of kids up here who are wanting and screaming for help. Maybe sometimes we need to ask the kids before we even start school or a project. Hey, everybody, raise your hand if you're having a bad day today. Hey, everybody, raise your hand if you're not feeling good. Hey, everybody, raise your hand if you got bullied today. And if you have, you go over here on this section. There'll be someone to talk to you about this. People who not feeling good, you go over here on this section. People who are feeling some type of way towards me as a teacher, come and talk to me. I think we need to start doing that. I think it'll save a lot of lives. I think it will save a lot of lives. Because sometimes teachers are not great either. You have teachers sleeping with children. See, and this is why a lot of kids are going crazy. Like, you know what? This teacher's been messing with me, harassing me, and nobody does anything. So who are they supposed to talk to? Who grabs their hand and say everything is going to be okay? Because sometimes the kids don't feel that the police are on their side either. Justice ain't always justice for certain people. So where do they go? I'll tell you what they do and where they go. They go in this dark space, and each year they get angry, depressed, angry, mad, to the point to where they want to hurt everybody who they thought in their head was laughing at them. See, teachers make mistakes and say children's name wrong and kids laugh. See, if I didn't have strong parents, my name is Tanzania. So just imagine how that was in high school. I was called Tarzana, Tangerine, Tanja this, Tanja that, until I turned it around on the teachers. I was that type of kid. I'm supposed to learn from you. Say my name with me. It has 8 syllables. That's the type of kid I was. You was not finna make fun of me and have these children laugh at me. I'm going to make fun of you because we're supposed to be taught by you. See, that's the type of parents I have. Like, if a teacher don't respect you, you teach them to respect you. I don't know if that was the right way with my parents, but it helped me. I never feared a teacher. There was a lot of teachers who messed up my name, and there was a lot of teachers who were being disrespectful. There was a lot of counselors said that I wouldn't amount out to nothing. These are people that I'm supposed to respect. See, when you're in a class, you're supposed to be a robot. Now, class, put your hands on the desk and be quiet. That's a robot. And there are great teachers out there that let you be yourself and let you create. I commend those great teachers who reach out and be a parent for 8 hours and love you and educate you. But I think certain things should never go unnoticed when a child is depressed and it has something to do with a teacher. This is beyond detrimental. Have you ever noticed anything about kids? Do you ever watch a child and that child's face is always down? That's a lot on a child's mind. That's a mental thing that's going on. And it could be something that's happening at home. It could be a lot of pressure. Have you ever asked a child, how's your living situation? Are you okay? You got a lot of kids that are homeless out here, and every day they come to school just as happy. You got a lot of people who could care less, but you also got a lot of people who care a lot. Have you ever took the time out and mentor a child that really needed to be mentored? I always say every child needs to be mentored. Every adult needs to be mentored. Let me just take this back. The whole damn world need to be mentored. Let me tell you why. Because society has gone crazy. There's gentrification. There's race discrimination. We're going backwards, people. That's not healthy. It's not healthy for anybody today, tomorrow. We all want to smile and be happy and be healthy. You ever feel like sometimes you're moving in slow motion? Do you ever wake up and say, why I feel like this today? Do you ever feel like you're constantly in a robotic motion? You wake up, you wash your face, you brush your teeth. It's a routine. It's a robotic motion all the time. Do you ever feel yourself driving the same way and don't take a different route? That's a robotic motion. Do you ever say, shoot, if I go this way, it might mess up my whole system, might make me upset? Detour your life sometimes. Try different things. Just try it. It may make you feel better. It may make you feel good. Take your kid out and understand his dreams, his aspiration. Take a day. Take 3 seconds. And every time he tell you about his dream, fulfill that dream each year until he graduates. I challenge every parent to ask your kid each year, what's your dream this year? And once he tells you or she tells you her dream, fulfill that dream, whether it be small or large. Fulfill it in that year. Then you ask him, what's your second dream in your second year? Fulfill that little small dream so we can have steps to each success of our children and let them know there's hope. If anybody else turned you down, I got you. But you have to do what I tell you as a parent so we can fulfill your dreams and your goals each year until you graduate. That's a parent team effort. Take the time out to notice what you want, when you want it, how you want it. I can only tell you who to be, how to be. That ain't even my place. I want to pray for all the parents at the school today. I want to pray for everybody in Future Reference. Just pray. Ask your kids a lot of questions. Know who your kids are surrounded by. Know the kid's parents. Know if his friends or anybody of 8 have clothing on their back. See, we all have to stick together. This animosity has to stop because they're killing our kids now. It's becoming a society where it's scary. I want to tell everybody, this is Taz. This is Fitness with Wealth. Be wealthy. Enjoy life. Smile big and embrace life. Thanks, everybody. This is Taz. Fitness is Wealth. Thank you for listening to Fitness is Wealth. Be sure to rate and comment on an Apple Podcast. Give us a 5-star. We may read your comment on future episodes. You also can follow me on IG on cycling_7 training. Direct your messages to my DM if you have future questions. Thank you. Talk to you soon.